Hello, hello. Welcome back to the show. We have episode number 203 here today. And as always, I am super excited to be with you. And to be honest, maybe even a little more so because we're shaking it up in terms of content, set up what I've got going on here, and in the types of content that you are going to be seeing from us over the next foreseeable future. So today marks the change in a whole new content schedule, which is so fun. I'm really excited to see how this goes. And once we have tested this and monitored it, then I will come back and let you know exactly how it is going, so that you can implement this for yourself in your own business. So today, what we're talking about is what to do when you are booked out as a freelancer. Now, when you're booked out, it means that you are stuck in a place of trading hours for money and you are the bottleneck in your business. What that means is if you do not work, your business stops and you do not get paid, right? With this model, you can never take time off, and it is really, really hard to step back from the day-to-day to work on your business so that you can change things. And I know that saying work on your business, not in your business, is really irritating because, like, how do I get time to do that? What do I actually work on? Like, I know all the questions, and we're going to talk about specifically today 3 things that you can do to unbottleneck your business and uncap your income so that you can have more money and more freedom. That's what working on your business means. It means that you are doing the things to get to that place, more money and more freedom, not just trading hours for dollars, in that you are getting paid for a skill set and you're giving that as a service, right? That's what when you're working on your business means. It means marketing, it means sales. It's not service delivery. It's the people part, it's the finance and legal. And if you think about the 5 business systems that are core business systems, it's marketing, it's sales, it's service delivery, it's people, and it's the compliance, finance, and legal side. Of course, if you've been around here for a little while, we also have impact and well-being that we talk about here as being really crucial business systems. But if you are in that place where you are finding it hard to step back from the day-to-day, that is not the place that you want to be in your business, because that means that you're really close to burnout. It means that you can't earn anymore, right? When you're, like I said before, when you stop, your business stops, and we don't want you to be in that place. So what's the first thing that we can do? The first thing I want you to think about is raising your rates. And I know that seems really scary. I know that the pushback that I get is that either the thinking is that the current clients will leave or that you won't be able to sell. And I promise you will be able to sell, but I don't guarantee you won't lose some clients. And that's not a bad thing. So we'll come back to that. First, I want you to ask a couple of questions to see whether you're actually ready to raise your rates. Number 1, are you booked out? Are you booked out? Number 2, have you stopped marketing your business? And this could be because you're too busy. It could be because you don't want any more clients. But if you're in that place, have you stopped actually marketing and promoting your services? And number 3, do people happily pay your current rates? So if you can answer those yes to those 3 things, or almost full yes to those 3 things, are you booked out? Have you stopped marketing? Do people pay you? Then it's time to look at your rates. So then what we're going to do is take the first step, and that step is a step back. So you're going to take a step back and you're going to think about your business and your life from a bird's eye view. And we always start here, right? I feel like I talk about this in nearly every podcast episode, but what exactly do you want from your business? Because if you're in that place where you're thinking like, I need, like, I don't know what to do. I'm stuck. I don't know how to move forward. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough money. Like overworked and underpaid. If that is where you are, then you need to really think about and get clear on what you want from your business. So in terms of pricing structure, how much money do you want to make every month? And then once you have that number, I want you to double it or triple it because we're running a business and there are costs. Now, once you know how much you want to earn, you need to ask yourself, how many days do you want to work? And that could be per week, per month, however you want to frame it. You need to know how many days a week do you want to be available to actually work in or on the business. Number 3, who do you need to help you? And so I want you to do the numbers and actually figure that out, how many clients you need and how much you're going to charge. So, and who you're going to need to help you. Now, this is going to be like a bit toing and froing, right? Where you rejig the numbers so that the price that you come up with to price your services at is the sweet spot between team and clients. So for example, in my own company, every 4 clients that we get in our marketing agency, I need another staff member. And so I know then that if I want to be 4xing my how do I say, I lost my words. If I want every staff member to bring in 4 times the amount that they cost me, then that means that one client needs to pay for that staff member. So if we're not in that place, then we're not really 4xing in terms of the agency. Now, the coaching business is very different. So that might look completely different to you depending on what sort of business that you run. But in a service-based business, for what we do, I know 4 clients equals 1 staff member. If they have 5 clients, they are too stressed, the quality goes down. Like, that's where we're at. And so they're my numbers, and that's how I frame all of that, right? So what is that for you? If you want to take home 20K a month, then is it that you need to bring in 40K a month? Does that amount cover taxes and expenses and the people that you need to help you for that amount, and kind of work backwards and forwards and go, oh, for this amount, I could charge 3,000 per client. And then if it was like this, then I would need to charge 3.5, or hang on, if I hired someone, maybe I'd need to charge 4. So like, just fiddle with that. And if you need help, then of course, book a strategy call with me. I'm more than happy to run through the numbers, either myself or a member of my team. So you can do that on the website. You can book a strategy call at annalisewarren.com/consult, and we will help you really refine what that looks like. All right, once you know the numbers, we need to go through the process of bundling this up into an irresistible offer. And it is not just about smacking a new price tag on it, right? You want your offer to be the ultimate solution for you and your clients, and you need to be able to communicate that. Now, to do this, think about every single thing that you include. And I'm talking like the value that you bring, how you solve their problem, the specific outcomes of that, and like the actual nitty gritty, right? Okay, I play music in the exercise class that I run. I give them accountability. I give them a diet plan. All the things. I give them 3 workouts a week. I give them an hour face-to-face time. I call them up and see how they got, like all of the inclusions, the value that actually brings, and any proof that you have achieved these results before. So we're really bringing everything together, and you can just list it, right? Just list it. And once you've listed it, really think about, is that the ultimate solution for your people? And if it is not, then revisit, see what you can add in that is high value for your clients, but low cost for you, or low time for you, probably both. And really think about what is the ultimate solution for their offer. Now, there is a whole other podcast episode on crafting your irresistible offer, so go and have a look at that if this is where you're up to. If you're all good with that, you get to decide now. The next step is deciding if you want to keep all of your clients, if you want to let go of any clients, and how you're going to communicate the change in what you offer. I really recommend that you stick with one main core offer. Now, when we're thinking about whether we want to keep clients, this is where a lot of people-pleasing tendencies come up. And for me, I had to realize that people-pleasing was costing me money. Thank you, Lauren White. And that if it was costing me money, I realized that I was robbing my kids and myself because I was working too much and not spending as much time with my family as I wanted to. And that was really big for me. It sounds really harsh, right? But that is the place that I had to get to help me make some really big decisions around people pleasing. And so that is the inner work, right? Really notice what comes up when you think about that. Maybe it's scarcity that comes up. Maybe it is people pleasing. So either way, they're things that are internal, that are stories that we tell ourselves. They're not real. And we get to reframe them and decide what we're going to do to mitigate any risks and move forward. So that is the process of how to raise your rates. So first, decide whether you're ready to, then decide how much you want to earn, reframe your offer, and how you're going to communicate that to people. You have to communicate it as an outcomes-based offer, not just about the inclusions and, you get X many coaching calls and you get X many this. It really has to be, we are going to double your visibility. We are going to, whatever that outcome is. And selling that, and lead with the value, lead with what's in it for them, lead with why they should care and why they really want this thing. And then decide whether you infiltrate that into all of your business, whether you completely swap, whether there's a time period of why you're moving from where you are to what you're going to be doing. But without a really robust offer at a higher ticket price point, it's really hard to raise your rates because we can't, it's really hard to get out of that time for money thing without creating leverage. And so this is how we can create some leverage, is by not getting paid not getting paid time for money, and actually putting what we want to earn, like the proper price tag on the service we're delivering, because that is what gives you spaciousness, right? Then you don't have to take on as many clients, then the quality goes up, then you enjoy it more, then you get better results. Like, it's just this beautiful flywheel, and that's where we want to be. All right, once you've done that, we're moving on to the second thing that we can do. The second thing that we can do to unbottleneck our business and get more money and more freedom is to document everything that we do and how we do it. Now, there's a few reasons why, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. But what I want you to do here is, if you're in this place and you're going, okay, all right, I want you to write down every single task that you do in your business, from emails to proposal generating to delivering your service to marketing to sending invoices, like every single task. Document everything that you do in a work week, and then make a plan to, when you do those tasks, make a checklist and video screen record you actually doing them using the checklist. Now, what that is going to do is to help you find any gaps in the checklist. Now, this checklist should be so simple that my 11-year-old could understand it and actually do it. Like, that is how detailed I want it to be, so that if you hired someone and if they could actually complete the tasks, right? You have the links in there that they can click on, or you have the step-by-step of this is how you find that link for that client. So what you're going to find is, the reason I want you to do this is you're going to, number one, find what doesn't need doing. You're going to realize there are things that you're doing that don't need doing. Number two, you're going to figure out what you can simplify, because when you do the checklist, you might be like, oh, hang on, I could just cut that out, or hang on, I'm overlapping here, or why are we even doing this, right? You're going to simplify. Number three, you are going to discover what you love doing, like where your energy is high. You're going to realize that when you're doing it, and you're also going to discover the opposite, what you do not like doing. And you're going to realize that because your energy is low. So I want you to notice those things as well as you're going along. And then ultimately, you from those things are going to be able to determine what things that you delete, which things that you automate, and which things you hire out. And that's the step 3, right? That's step 3. Step 3 is hire. You knew it was coming to that, right? I would like you to make a plan to hire your dream team. Now, the word team might, in your mind, if you've come from corporate, mean like this team of 35 people, but it doesn't have to be that. It can actually be whatever you like it to be. Maybe your team, your dream team, is an admin assistant and a bookkeeper. All right. Or maybe it is a marketer. Or maybe you are just completely replacing yourself in the creative side of the business because you want to be the CEO. It doesn't matter what it is. It matters that you are doing the things that are high energy, that you are enjoying your business, that you are getting paid properly, and that your business is actually fun, right? That you get the profit and the freedom that you want in your business. That's what matters. So really, back at the start when we were creating our offer, of those things, like, what do you want to be doing and what do you not want to be doing? Because you get to still provide things that you know that they need, your clients need, without having to do it all yourself. So go back to that vision of your business and really think long term about what you want your ideal week to look like. Like, who do you need to help you with that? And what order do you need to hire people to bring them in? Like, typically you want to step out pretty quickly of the things you're not awesome at and that drain your energy. We don't want to be doing those because that's not sustainable. So who are those people and what does that actually mean? For me, it is that. It's the admin and it's the bookkeeping. Like, I don't want to be doing those things. They're the first things that I got rid of. And what does that timeline look like in related to clients? So remember how I talked about for me that every 4 clients I need a new person? Well, that's a new marketer in my business because I already have the admin support and the bookkeeping support and everything else. And so what does that look like for you? Do you need 1 more client so that you can hire a VA? Do you need 2 more clients so that you can hire a mini you at part-time? Like, what does that actually look like in terms of numbers? And then set a plan for that. Go, okay, well, that means I need a client every week, or that means I need a new client every month. If I need a new client every month, how many people do I need to talk to? How many consults do I need to have? Okay, how am I going to get those consults on the books? And that is how we actually build our business, is we make that plan and we reverse engineer it, and then we take the steps to make it happen, which are normally really uncomfortable and require us to put ourselves out there. But when we want really great things, when we want big things, we need to take big action, and big action can be really scary if we haven't done it before. But it's like we want the 1% of things, so we need to be willing to do the 1% of things. So come down and come back to the vision, decide what it is that you want your business to look like, and make that plan. And this is how you get ahead of marketing and hiring. And this is how you don't find yourself in this position again, right? Because if you're too busy, then you can't be the CEO. And if your business is running without a CEO, then that's a dangerous place for the business to be in. All right. That's a wrap. The 3 things that you can do if you're booked out as a freelancer is, number 1, raise your rates. Number 2, document everything so that you can simplify. And number 3, hire. Remember, if you don't have an assistant, then you are the assistant. A quote that I saw in a meme on Instagram a few weeks ago, and it resonated so much. So I hope that that helps you. I hope that that gives you a really actionable plan. And again, I know these things are scary. And so come back to the mindset. Come back to address the scarcity issues, address the people pleasing, address any visibility concerns that you have at putting yourself out there and selling. Like, really dive deep, because that is, like, taking these actions is who you need to be a CEO in a business that is more than just you. And so it's always the mindset before the mechanics, because you're not going to do these things without the mindset. So let me know if we can support you in any way. Make sure that you book a strategy call if you would like us to help you put a 90-day plan in process. All right, that's it. Have a fabulous rest of week, and I'll see you on the next one.